Welcome to my little talk about the 10 R's. It's a deep dive into doing better than just reuse, reduce, and recycle. It's really not just those 3 R's anymore. That's not enough these days. If you type refuse, reduce, and reuse into a search engine, you get articles about the 3 R's, the 4 R's, the 7 R's, the 10 R's. All are a bit different and all are in different order. Which number of R's is correct? And which order is correct? I guess that depends on whether you're a person or a business, and whether you're deeply concerned about this planet and us on it, or just slightly concerned. I have come up with my own list, and in the order which makes sense to me, because I am deeply concerned. So here are my 10 R's and why I put them in this order. The first R is refuse. It's the first and most powerful principle for reducing waste. It means saying no to anything you don't need, especially items that quickly become trash. In a consumer-driven world, we are often conditioned to accept freebies, so much so that we feel gypped if we don't get any. Single-use plastics are accepted because they're so convenient, or promotional materials out of politeness or habit. However, these items often end up as clutter or waste, contributing to environmental harm, aka the climate crisis, and unnecessary resource use. By refusing, you interrupt the cycle of overconsumption at its source. Practical ways to refuse include declining disposable utensils, plastic straws, and bags by using your own reusables. Bamboo straws, cloth bags, travel cutlery, avoiding junk mail by removing your name from mailing lists, and turning down free handouts like flyers or swag bags, most of which are designed to create demand for more wasteful products. Refusing isn't just about declining items. It's about making conscious choices to avoid bringing unnecessary waste into your life in the first place. This principle, which will empower you to take control of what enters your space and reduces the burden on landfills, trash collection, and your peace of mind, is the most important one. The second R, reduce. Reduce focuses on minimizing the amount of stuff you bring into your life by carefully evaluating what you truly need. This goes hand in hand with refusing, as it encourages intentional consumption. Before purchasing, ask yourself, is this a quality product? Was it ethically made? What is its end of life? Will I actually use it? Could I borrow it instead? These questions help you avoid impulse buys and prioritize items that add real value to your life. Reducing also means adopting habits like creating shopping lists, waiting 30 days before buying non-essentials. To me, that one is key. I might not even remember that I needed it in the first place in 30 days. Following the one in, one out rule to keep clutter at bay. Choosing durable, well-made products and maintaining them properly ensures they last longer, reducing the need for replacements. By reducing your consumption, you'll not only cut down on waste, but also save money, time, and resources. This principle is about simplifying your life and focusing on what truly matters rather than accumulating more than you need. The third R is reuse. Reuse is about giving items a longer life by using them repeatedly, whether for their original purpose or in new creative ways. This idea challenges the throwaway culture by encouraging you to swap disposables for reusables. For example, replace the plastic water bottles with mason jars, disposable razors with reusable ones, paper napkins with cloth napkins. Reusing also extends to sharing and borrowing, whether it's books from the library, tools from a neighbor, or containers from a local reuse program. Beyond personal habits, reuse can be scaled up through community initiatives such as thrift stores, FreeCycle, or the Buy Nothing Project, where gently used items find new homes instead of ending up in the landfill. I personally love my Buy Nothing group on Facebook. Use it all the time. Businesses can also adopt reuse models, such as container services for restaurants or reusable cup systems for events. Reusing not only reduces waste, but also fosters a culture of sharing, creativity, and resourcefulness, making it a cornerstone of sustainable living. The fourth R is rethink. Rethink is about challenging the status quo and redesigning systems, habits, and mindsets to avoid waste from the outset. This principle encourages you to question why and how you consume, to seek alternatives that prioritize sustainability over convenience. It's about moving beyond individual actions to address the root causes of waste, such as overproduction, planned obsolescence, or unnecessary packaging. Rethinking can take many forms, from choosing experiences over material gifts or to advocating for policies that reduce waste at a systemic level. On a larger scale, rethinking can inspire innovating business models like leasing or sharing platforms, which allow products to be used more intensively by multiple people. It also includes supporting right to repair laws or banning harmful single use items like excessive plastic packaging, plastic straws, incandescent bulbs, and the like. By rethinking our relationship with this stuff, we can create a culture that values durability, functionality, and shared responsibility over disposable convenience. The fifth R, repair. Repair is, of course, the practice of fixing broken or damaged items so they can continue to be used rather than discarding them and buying new ones. This principle is a direct challenge to the modern tendency to replace items at the first sign of trouble. Repairing not only saves money, but also reduces the demand for new resources and the waste generated by discarded products. Learning basic repair skills, whether for clothing, electronics, or household items, such as toys for instance, can extend the life of your possessions and deepen your connection to them. The repair movement is gaining momentum, thankfully, with initiatives like repair cafes, where volunteers help people fix everything from toasters to bicycles. Some companies even offer repair services for their products or design them to be easily fixable. Advocating for right to repair laws, which give consumers the legal right to fix their own devices, is another way to support this principle. By embracing repair, we shift from disposable mindset to one that values craftsmanship, resilience, and resourcefulness. The sixth R, refurbish. It means restoring old or worn out products to a like new condition, often with upgrades or modernization. Yes, there's a fine line between repair and refurbish, but hear me out. This principle is particularly common in the tech and appliance industries, where companies offer certified refurbished products that have been tested, repaired, and updated to meet original specifications. Refurbishing can also apply to clothing or maybe even luxury goods. Refurbishing is more than just fixing. It's about breathing new life into products that might otherwise be discarded. This process can involve replacing outdated components, refreshing the exterior, or ensuring an item meets current standards. By choosing refurbished items, consumers can access high-quality products at a lower cost while reducing the environmental impact of manufacturing new ones. Refurbished computers are the bomb. Refurbishing supports a circular economy where products are kept in use as long as possible. The seventh R, repurpose. It involves giving discarded items a completely new function or purpose, transforming them into something different and often more valuable. This principle is a creative way to extend the life of materials that might otherwise be thrown away. For example, old wooden pallets can become furniture, Glass jars can be turned into storage containers, and even excessive single-use packaging can be transformed into art. This is what the Repurposer Collective is all about and what the Salvage podcast is focused on. Repurposing is the hallmark of upcycling, where waste materials are transformed into products of higher quality or value. As we know, artists and designers often embrace this principle, turning trash into art, fashion, or functional items. It's also a practical way to address waste in industries where byproducts or discarded components can be reinvented for new uses. By repurposing, we not only reduce waste, but also spark innovation and create unique, meaningful products that tell a story of transformation. The eighth R, remanufacture. It's an industrial process where used products are disassembled, cleaned, and rebuilt, like using a combination of old and new parts to create a product that meets or exceeds original specifications. Unlike refurbishing, which focuses on restoring a single product, remanufacturing often involves durable assemblies and is typically done at scale. Automotive suppliers operate manufacturing plants where used parts are returned to like-new conditions and resold, saving significant resources. Remanufacturing offers substantial environmental benefits. According to the Ellen MacArthur Foundation, it can save up to 80% less energy, 88% less water, 92% fewer chemical products, and 70% less waste compared to producing new items. This principle is a key strategy for industries looking to reduce their material footprint and transition towards a circular economy where products and materials are kept in use for as long as possible. The ninth R, rot. And I love saying that word. Rot refers to the process of composting organic waste, allowing it to decompose naturally and return nutrients to the soil. Organic materials like food scraps, yard waste, hair, nails often don't break down effectively in landfills due to the lack of oxygen, leading to methane emissions, a potent greenhouse gas. Composting, whether at home or through community programs, diverts this waste from landfills and turns it into a valuable resource for enriching soil and growing plants. Composting can be as simple as setting up a backyard bin or participating in municipal programs that collect organic waste. Some communities also use anaerobic digestion, a process that breaks down organic matter without oxygen to produce biogas, which can be used to generate electricity or heat. By rotting, we close the loop for organic materials, turning waste into a resource that supports new life. And the 10th and final R is recycle. It's the process of converting waste materials into new products, and it's often the most familiar of the R principles. However, it's last because it's also the least preferred in the waste hierarchy, as it requires energy and resources to transform materials. Recycling should be the last resort after refusing, reducing, reusing, repairing, refurbishing, remanufacturing, repurposing, or rotting. And that's rethinking at its best. When recycling, it's crucial to follow local guidelines, and the rules vary by municipality. What's recyclable in one area may not be in another. Not all materials are equally recyclable. Materials like aluminum can be recycled infinitely with a 95% smaller carbon footprint than producing new cans. Glass and paper can be recycled multiple times, although paper fibers do degrade over time. Plastics, however, are the most problematic. Only about 5% of global plastics are recycled, and the process often results in downcycling, creating a much lower quality product. Recycle by mail programs, which charge consumers for this type of recycling, specialize in recycling really hard to recycle materials, such as even cigarette butts and snack bags. But there are many problems with this approach, and much is hidden from our eyes. The best approach is to avoid plastic and other non-recyclable materials whenever possible, and shift the burden of responsibility for recycling plastics to the manufacturer by passing the Reduce Excess Plastic Packaging laws or the Producer Responsibility laws. Recycling is important, but it's not a solution to overconsumption. It's a way to recover value from what we can't avoid. So to summarize, the first R, refuse, is about saying no to what you don't need. The second R, reduce, focuses on bringing less into your life. The third R, reuse, gives items a longer life. The fourth R, rethink, challenges the status quo. The fifth R, repair, means fixing, not trashing. The sixth R, refurbish, restores old into like new. The seventh R, repurpose, transforms waste into value. The eighth R, remanufacture, is for industrial reuse. The ninth R, rot, is composting. And the 10th R, recycle, is the last resort. It's an inverted pyramid. Start at the top and work your way down. Every R is a step towards a lighter footprint, a circular economy, and a more sustainable world. There's no way to do it perfectly right now, but perfection is overrated. Start in whichever way you can. Do whatever small thing you're capable of right now. And every little bit counts. It really, really does. So which R will you embrace today?